Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum, and today I'm bringing you another triple reaction to the Electric Light Orchestra. We'll be checking out the songs Rockaria, Turn to Stone, and Strange Magic. Now, actually, before doing this reaction, I had to look up quickly what an aria was, because when I saw Rockaria together, immediately in my mind, my limited knowledge of opera kicked into effect. So I looked up what is an aria. According to Google AI, in music, an aria is a self-contained piece for solo voice, typically with orchestral accompaniment, often found in operas, oratorios, and cantatas. That's that's what Google said, not me. It's a song that allows a character to express their emotions or thoughts, and it often features a memorable melody. The term comes from the Italian word aria, meaning air. So I'm expecting the rock aria to be somewhat of a rock version of what was discussed there, but we'll find out here first. Before jumping into this, a massive thank you goes to Junal the Peaceful for making this request today. As always, Junal, it is much appreciated, and your requests help guide the direction for reactions I do over here. But now, we jump in. Here's the operatic singing already.
Just got back from the downtown party where the music was so sweet, and I'll be right back in the alley. I'm ready.
A fun rock with opera mashed together.
Sweet little lady sings like a song where she sings the opera like you ain't never heard it, but she ain't ready. No, she ain't ready. No, she ain't ready, and she ain't gonna rock and roll. She's sweet on Monday. I think she died for Beethoven. She loves the way Puccini lays down a tune. The bird is always creeping from her room.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun just enjoying the rock vibe immediately paired with the opera, but did you see that guy like jump with the cello? It's either the upright bass or cello. Oh my god. I've never seen somebody do this. And then back to the operatic singing. Oh, into the rock, yeah. It's so much rock and roll, which is hilarious because you could just take that part of the song, strip away all the opera, and it would be its own self-contained rock and roll track. But the fact that at these different checkpoints, like at the beginning and that kind of middle section, we have the opera singing, it almost feels like it doesn't necessarily belong, but it works nonetheless. And also a small point I'll make, but it's more about the production rather than the playing. Because of the way that this is recorded, it feels like some of the notes are a little bit blended in together. You can't necessarily hear each instrument distinctly. I think that's just more of an unfortunate artifact of, when was this recorded? 1976 Sony Music Entertainment, so of being almost 50 years old, but it's a fun performance.
Ooh, are you ready? I wanna show you how to rock and roll. Now listen here, baby, she said to me to meet me at the opera house and quiet as free, 'cause I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Whoa, I'm ready. I'm gonna show life of Beethoven.
Wagner and Beethoven. Puccini.
And bird is always screaming from a room.
I don't know why I'm reminded with Jeff Lynne singing here, I'm reminded very tangentially of Bruce Springsteen as well. Do you guys hear the similarity, or am I tweaking? There you have it. That is the rock aria. I feel like it's got to be a combination of hilarious and brilliant, and especially I'm going to use historical perspective here, but I can imagine, especially at the time in 1976, this being a very, like, I don't know if genre breaking or defining, if that term would be correct here, but it certainly is unique. And now in the modern era, we hear a lot of, and you can see even reactions that I've done on this channel to massive rock operas, metal operas, symphonic rock operas, right? They just keep adding adjectives at the front of opera. I've even heard pop opera before. There's a bunch of different opera styles now. So rock opera in its nascence here, I feel like it could almost get a lot of pushback because, and this is all just my intuition and speculation, so feel free to enlighten me, but it feels like when you kind of blend this high art in opera with rock, I know that people had an adverse reaction to rock as a genre in general, right? That whole thing of your parents thinking you're listening to the devil and how could you ever listen to rock music? So if you're pairing that kind of feeling around music with something that is highbrow, I can imagine people viewed it almost as like sacrilege, because you have chaos on one hand, all from that perspective, and beauty and modernity on the other. So I can imagine this being a very contentious track, but also one that stands the test of time because people could see it as something that caused a rift in the world of music. Now, again, this is all speculation, so let me know which parts of history and perspectives I'm getting right and wrong here, but that would be my intuition. In terms of the song itself, I don't think it was my favorite Electric Light Orchestra track I've heard. I think it's more of a consequence of the actual production and recording quality that takes away from some of the melody, but what is sure, and in my mind stands out, is how fun this track is. And when you kind of, again, splice it with the opera moments, it adds that sense of like levity, which I enjoy. Now let's jump into the next track here. Turn to Stone. Same thing I'll say, the quality is a little hard to hear. In that moment, I think it's a backing vocals responding to Jeff. part that my brain is able to focus on is that kind of driving rhythm. Yeah. So that's the first moment with the strings where you hear something very bright in this mix. Again, an artifact of the recording quality is that all of the mids and lows feel very muddled together. So hearing some of the distinct pitches that do exist becomes more of a listening challenge. So I'll be able to speak to what I can hear, honestly. I love the way that the strings are kind of sliding down. Okay, what is happening here? Like almost like a rap cadence right there. I'm picking up on the melody more now. Now the brightness is back. I think, despite like the issues with just hearing some of the melodies, I actually really like this song in comparison to Rockaria, just because those are the two that I have on the docket right now, because that driving rhythm underneath paired with the strings up top as they kind of respond to Jeff's vocals in the chorus with the turn to stone line, it actually produces this really nice back and forth that works well, because it's a shift not only from what we heard in the verses, but also in the frequency range. When we go from low to high, high to low, I, for one, love dynamics in music. You can have a great song that is like consistently in its own pocket the entire time. Like imagine if a song was just like a rock chorus for like 7 minutes straight. But I also love those like dips and valleys and kind of meadows, right? Up and down we go, because you get to feel that juxtaposition. So my ability to compare one section of the song to another, it's a lot easier when there is that movement. And I like the lyrics in this song as well. The idea of turning to stone, being more numb on the inside, feeling this stillness, almost like your emotions have been turned off, if it weren't for this other person. And if I lose this other person in my life, then I will just be a hollow husk of my former loving self. And you can turn to stone for many other ways as well. It doesn't just have to be romantic. And I can think of the ways in my own life where I've been turned to stone in my heart. And it still happens from time to time where I become a little bit more closed off. My walls go up. I respond with less emotion because I feel like if I put my emotion more out there, then that emotion or that version of me may be rejected, or I don't want to be found in that vulnerable state with certain people. This is something that I'm working on, and even with my channel, I think I've been able to improve my own emotional vulnerability and not turn to stone quite as much, and be okay with all of the versions of Sohum that exist. And man, heartbreak is such a sad thing. Like, I don't know, the heartbreaks that I've gone through, some have definitely been self-imposed, others have been imposed onto me, or mutual. And heartbreak is never fun, but the thing is, loving myself has been so much more rewarding than to harp on those past situations. And instead of allowing them to turn me to stone, which may have happened in the past, I allow it to reveal more of who I am to myself. Instead of turning to stone, I turn to Sohum, I guess, is a better way to put it. Being more vulnerable in that way, being more real with my own emotions, and kind of unlocking that part of myself. Best decision I ever made. Anyways, let's jump into the final track here, Strange Magic. And this is a very high quality recording already. And very dreamlike, these ascending, descending strings. Oh. Okay. A departure from that intro, but I actually love this melody so much already. The chromaticism.
Sailing softly through the sun in a broken Stone Age dawn. You fly so high, I get a strange magic.
Something's going on with the effects.
Magic, oh, it's a strange magic. Got it, strange magic. Got it, strange magic.
It's so dreamy, hypnotic, romantic. It feels like I'm falling under a spell in slow motion.
You're rocking meadows in my mind, making waves across my time.
Like I'm floating through a daydream. Very lush and smooth. Ah, yeah. I love this actually. My favorite of the three.
Oh, I'm never gonna be the same again.
Da, da, da.
I've seen the way it's got to end. Sweet dream.
You know, the thing about this is, like, you can hear that 70s psychedelic influence, but it's all wrapped in this, like, pop polish. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense, but it may not. I know I say crazy things on this channel.
Sweet dream, strange magic, oh what a world. Strange magic, oh it's a world. Strange magic, got a strange magic, got a strange magic. It's magic.
Oh, nice melody here.
It's magic. Strange magic. Oh, what a world. Strange magic. Oh, it's a world. Strange magic. Got a strange magic. Strange magic.
Are you hearing? It is very subtle, but I felt like a little texture, a little movement in my at least right headphone, but underneath the main melody there are these like very kind of imp-like backing vocals. They're kind of finding their way through this mix. Right here. Pop, 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 pop. Right there. You know, the thing about that song is it's literally the perfect encapsulation of its title. The way it feels, it fits perfectly. It does feel like strange magic. We know that something's happening to us, but something about it is different. You don't quite know why you're hooked, but you are. And as a reactor, as somebody who wants to, share my internal world with you and my thoughts about the music, I try to convey why what I'm hearing sounds good or why it has the effect that it does. And with Strange Magic, I feel like it isn't as strange as the title might imply. Though it fits perfectly, the more I think about it, it makes sense why it is so catchy, because you have all of these vocal layers in Jeff jumping from the mids to the highs, all of the surrounding instrumentation couching his voice in this almost like ethereal haze. That to me is like the enchanting part of this song. If you guys ever watch those sci-fi movies where people are entering a strange land and all of a sudden the cinematography changes and things have this like almost like air about it, like, okay, a clear example I can give is in the show Breaking Bad, right? People love to make fun that every single scene where instead of being in New Mexico, they're in Mexico itself, there's like a yellow overcast and the air itself thematically has changed. So with a song like this, it feels like we are entering this almost like evergreen lush forest, and within that forest there is I don't know, how can I describe this, man? I wish you could like see the vision in my mind, and I wish I had the quick ability to convey it. Let me try. So you enter this lush forest. So far we're in the realm of normalcy, but through entering the forest we see this like purple shimmer, and then we traverse through that purple shimmer, and now we are inside this like gelatinous purple bubble and we can still see the green on the outside, but there's that purple haze over everything else, and it creates this dreamlike state. It's real, but it's different. It's strange, but it's also magic. That's kind of where I'm trying to go with this. Maybe in the future when AI is able to incept our brains and project every single thought that I have just onto paper or into a painting or whatever, then we can more easily have this kind of conversation. But for now, I will just enjoy Strange Magic for what it was. And I think now in retrospect, thinking of these 3 songs, definitely Strange Magic at the top of my list. Then I will give it to Turn to Stone, and then in last, unfortunately, place is the Rockaria. I would probably give Strange Magic an 8.5 out of 10. And my scales, they look completely different to the average scale. So I did a bunch of anime opening and ending reactions where you could kind of see the way I rate things, and maybe that will give you some idea of how I might arrive at a number like that. But at the end of the day, music, objective, subjective, we're here to enjoy it, and this is a fun run. This is a fun one. Let me know what you thought about these 3 tracks down below. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did and would like to request more Electric Light Orchestra or any other music for that matter, you can do so by clicking the first link down below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.